Let's go to the US now, where drastic measures are in place in several major cities to stem the spread of the virus. Let's bring in our US correspondent, Paul Caddock, who's in New York, for more. Paul, hello to you. The city that never sleeps looks to be in quite a slumber. What is the mood there?
Good evening, Michael. Yes, indeed. If the closures of the Broadway theatres and major attractions a couple of days ago here didn't catch people's attention, then this announcement certainly did today. The Mayor of New York City saying effectively tomorrow in New York, all bars, all nightclubs, all restaurants, all movie theatres, every venue pretty much is to be shut down. The only exemption for bars and restaurants, they can still do delivery orders and takeaway orders, but everything else is pretty much being shut down. Mayor Bill de Blasio saying he was distraught, saying this was part of the heart and soul of the city, but he certainly didn't make that decision lightly. And it's not just here in New York City. California, Ohio, Illinois and Massachusetts state authorities also ordering bars and restaurants to be closed again, limited to just deliveries and takeaways. No dining in. They don't want customers gathering in these stores. So we're talking about America's biggest cities here: New York, Los Angeles, Boston, Cleveland, Chicago. A lot of concern over the weekend. Authorities saying people were still gathering in bars and gathering in restaurants, and health officials said we needed to increase the social distancing, get Americans to hunker down more. Las Vegas also being hit. The major resort owner there, MGM, saying it's closing 13 of its hotels as of tomorrow. Wynn Resorts also doing the same. And it's not just in that area too. Here in New York City, which has America's biggest school district, schools will close as of today. 1.1 million children are now going to be at home. All of this is about stopping the spread. There in New York City, there are now more than 300 cases. There have been 5 deaths. And what they're concerned about is that as there will be a surge in cases, that the hospital system does not get overwhelmed. Hospitals here say they aren't ready. They don't have the staff. They don't have crucial equipment like respirators. Even New York's governor said it's time to mobilize the military, start building makeshift medical centres to get ready for when that surge comes. Michael?
Big concerns everywhere. Now, look, if Australians are travelling there, even though they've been asked not to, extra health screenings are now in place for travellers entering the US. What impact is that having?
Chaos, pretty much in a word, Michael. The US bringing in new travel restrictions, banning travel from Europe, a ban on travel from the UK and Ireland come in today. And we've seen the effect, extraordinary scenes at major airports across the country. Travellers arriving to big delays as they were being screened for virus symptoms. Of course, the irony is that health officials say this is not the sort of crowding that should be happening, but they were forced to wait in big crowds for hours as staff tried to deal with the numbers, to test them. Authorities promise that they will get quicker at doing that testing, but that's part of the new normal happening here. And speaking of the new normal, we're all now looking for what's next. And here in New York, what's next is Wall Street. The markets open in a few hours, and after some emergency action from the Federal Reserve today, we're going to see what impact that has and how that'll carry us forward. Michael?
All right, Paul Caddock in New York, thanks for that tonight.